Okay, so this is a test video using Bandicam as the capture software, as opposed to Fraps, which is what I've been using for all my videos up to this point. Why the change? Well, apparently, according to Henk van der Linden, who's been nagging me for months now to try it out, the reason why is because Fraps is very demanding on the GPU and I believe the CPU as well, which means that a lot of the games that I play on PC that have a lot of stuff happening in the background, or even on the game as I'm playing the game, you know, like Left 4 Dead 2, where you have a lot of zombies swarm at you. There's lots of stuff happening in front of you, and games like the Talos Principle, where the coding is not necessarily optimized to run at max graphical settings unless you have a beast of a setup, which I don't. Fraps can cause frame rate issues and stuff while you're recording. It's really easy to use Fraps, but yeah, because it's such a resource hog, there's a lot of frame rate losses, whereas Bandicam is supposed to be a bit better in terms of that, so that's why I'm giving it a go. Now, this is just one of a few test videos I'm going to do, just to check out the software, see how easy it is to use. It's a bit more fiddly to use than Fraps, but Henk has set me up with a settings, basically, to record videos as best as possible, but without hampering my GPU and CPU that much. I think actually Bandicam uses the GPU entirely. I don't think it uses the CPU at all, which would be good for frame rate stuff then. So that's kind of the advantage it has. However, Henk hasn't guaranteed that this is going to be any better than Fraps, so we'll see. I've got the free version of Bandicam, so I can only record in 10-minute intervals. Apparently with Bandicam you can record your commentary and the video feed at the same time, so all in one file, which I've noted you can do on Fraps as well. However, for some reason with Bandicam, when I record my commentary through Bandicam, as opposed to Audacity, which I've used in the past, my commentary comes out really, really quiet. It's there, but the game sound just drowns it out. You can barely hear my commentary. And I don't know how to fix that. I've gone through all the settings and nothing suggests that you can change the microphone volume setting or the secondary sound setting to record sound higher than the game sound. I've just not been able to do it. So either I have to lower the game sound as a result to compensate, or scrap it entirely and just use Bandicam and Audacity at the same time, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, anyway, I've wasted a lot of time rambling, and I can't do that because I can only record in 10-minute intervals. So what we're doing is we're playing GTA 2. We're playing the PC version, not the PlayStation version, and we're going to do the first mission for the Russians, which is Hot Dog Homicide. Comrade, the jerk-off here, leading meat processing plant, will make special hot dogs to feed my troops if I supply the meat. Steal a bus and pick up people from bus stops. Yes, so this mission, if you've played GTA 2, either on the PlayStation or PC, this mission is very, very controversial because it's quite nasty and, you know, it raised a few eyebrows to critics and censors and parent defending groups, social justice groups and what have you at the time, because it is a bit disturbing what you have to do. And I used to play the PlayStation version of this game, never had the PC version. The only reason why I got the PC version now is because I can get it. I had to download it for free off a third-party website. Don't ask me which one it was, I can't remember. It was a real faff to download, but I did it and got it working, and I just wanted to see what the differences between the PC version and the PlayStation version was. Plus it's easier to play. It's easier to play the PC version than the PlayStation version for me, because my PlayStation 2 is downstairs, and it's a bit dusty, and needs a bit of a clean up, and it's currently being used by my dad to play PS2 games and stuff, so I haven't got a PlayStation to play the PlayStation version of GTA, basically. So, GTA 2, that is. So that's why I'm playing the PC version, and I have to say I'm really glad, because the PC version, in my opinion, is way, way better than the PlayStation version. For multiple reasons. First off, graphically, it's pretty good, and much better, actually, than the PlayStation version. Not by a lot, but by a fair bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. Graphically, it looks a little better. There's a few tweaks to the graphics, so there's more detail on the paths, there's more detail on the people, there's more detail on the cars, there's a lot of detail on loads of things, basically. And it's really, really neat. So, graphically, it's brilliant. You can play it on daytime mode, which is what the PlayStation version was defaulted to when you play the game, or you can play it on dusk mode, which is what I'm playing at the moment, which means it's slightly darker, the cars have got their headlights on and stuff, and you can see all the street lights and lighting in more detail. It's best to play it in dusk mode because graphically it's a bit more intensive than daytime mode, and it just looks a lot cooler, I think, in my opinion. So It's pretty cool. If you had the Dreamcast version of this game, you play that game in dusk mode as well, but you have to play it in dusk mode. Likewise, on the PlayStation version, you have to play it in day mode, which kind of sucks. But on this PC version, you can play on both and choose which one you want to do, which I think is pretty cool. So there's that. So those are the sort of graphical changes. There's a couple of other things as well, like when you're firing guns, like sparks come out of the guns and it looks pretty badass. And when your character stands still waiting, you get the character smoking, waiting. Whereas in the PlayStation version they censored that, so you can't do that, which is kind of sad. But never mind, it is what it is. Oh god, that's a lot of people. Blimey, that's a lot of people getting on that bus. A bus full of food. My men await you at the meat processing plant. Hooray! Or nay, I'm not sure. But yeah, yeah, graphically it's better. There's a few extra things your characters can do. Characters, when they stand around, have a bit more character to them. Like I said, the gangsters, if they're waiting around, smoke cigarettes as well, just like you can. So it's pretty neat. And there's a lot more people about on the streets, and there's a lot more cars on the road as well. So it's very, very populated compared to the PlayStation version. As a result, the missions are a lot harder. If there's missions involving people you have to kill, or you have to kill a certain number of people, or gangsters or whatever to complete the mission, and kill frenzies as well, there's a higher number of people you have to kill. But the time limits are exactly the same as the PlayStation version, so it's actually really hard. Not impossible, but hard. So there's a few tweaks like that. I will talk about the other differences in a minute. I'm going to do this bit of the mission now, because this bit is really quite disturbing. So basically this mission is, basically creating food for the Russian mafia. But, oh my god, they're naked! And they're crying! Oh god. Yeah, this is the controversy of this mission. You are basically taking these civilians into a meat processing plant, and they're being murdered. Yep, we've basically just gone and killed a load of innocent people. We've stripped them naked, and we've processed them into hot dog meat. Oh yeah, we just did that. That's really controversial in my eyes. That's just it's one of the most disturbing things I've ever done. It's one of the most disturbing things I've ever done in a video game to date. Really, it's quite. All that screaming and all those people going ah, that's people still currently being killed in the meat processing plant. It's bizarre. So yeah, this mission is pretty disgusting. And now that we've processed all these innocent civilians into hot dog meat, we now just got to take the hot dog van to where the Russian mafia boss wants us to take it, so he can then start feeding his troops human hot dogs. Yes, nothing controversial about that at all. So yeah, this mission on the PC version is pretty controversial, as you may or may not know. On the PlayStation version, you can still do the mission, but it's been edited slightly. So rather than having civilians taken on to be processed and turned into hot dog meat, you actually go and take a Krishna bus, which is the vehicle of the Krishna gang, and you pick up a load of Krishna gang members and then get them killed instead, as opposed to civilians, which is a little less controversial but still deeply disgusting. But there you go. So that's the first mission of the third city, and yeah, that's pretty disturbing. I mean, okay, it's an old game, but still. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that, and just to test out this recording software. But like I said, I can't seem to record my commentary with Bandicam at the same time as I can with Fraps. Although I don't, because with Audacity, okay, you're running two pieces of software at the same time, but at least with Audacity you get commentary on a separate file, the game video and game sound on another separate file, and then on video editing software you can splice the two together and you can sound balance them, which I prefer to do. So that doesn't mean Bandicam is a deal breaker or anything. It might just mean that I will carry on that setup in the future. But it's not too fiddly, because Bandicam at the moment, apart from a few niggles... see, my character's smoking there. Look, that's so cool. It's working pretty much the same as Fraps, to be honest with you. And there's a lot more customization options on it as well. So at the moment, I'm liking it. The real test will be when I try it on the Talus Principle, which I'll do tomorrow, because it's getting late now. And we'll see how it goes. And if the Talus Principle works with minimal frame loss rates, as in it runs smoother, then I'll buy the full version of this and I'll use that from now on. And I will thank Hank van der Linden for the recommendation and the settings he set me up with, which is kind of cool. Anyway, can I say thank you very much for watching this test video if you have done. Take it easy, have a good one, hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next one.